Good morning dear students and warm welcome to our 26th online e-commerce class. Today I continuing the same topic which is started in previous class. What is the topic? That is about the solutions against the threats which are faced at the time of our online payment, that is the electronic payment systems. So, we already discussed 3 solutions in the previous class. What are they? That is antivirus programs, firewalls and the encryption. And related to the encryption, we already discussed the cryptography. Okay. In today's class, we must discuss 5 more solutions to complete our e-commerce topic. So, what are the topics to be discussed? That is Secure Socket Layer, that is SSL, and SET, that is Secure Electronic Transactions, and the digital signature, digital certificates and the biometrics. These are the 5 topics to be discussed in today's class. So, let us start our today's session. First we must discuss about the SSL. So, what is the term or what is the full form for the SSL? That is Secure Socket Layer. It is a technology that establishing or linking between the server and the client. Here the server means the website and a browser. So, SSL, that is the Secure Sockets Layer, is a standard security technology for establishing an encrypted link between the server and the client. I already told the server means the website and a browser, that is the client. SSL allows traffic to be encrypted. So, it is the most widely deployed security protocol used in today's period, that is in the globalization period. So, it is essentially a protocol. It is a protocol that provides a secure channel between the 2 machines operating over the internet or the internet network. So, it is a type of protocol. So, SSL protocol is typically used when a web browser needs to security connected to a web server over the inherently insecure internet. So, SSL allows transmitting sensitive information such as credit card numbers and login identification securely. Normally, data sent between the browsers and the web servers is sent in plain text, allow misusing the informations. If an attacker is able to catch all the data being sent between a browser and a web server, they can see and use that information. So, the SSL secures millions of data on the internet every day, especially during online transactions or when transmitting confidential information. We must secured by the Secure Socket Layer. So, the internet users have come to associate their online security with the lock icon that comes with an SSL, that is Secured Socket Layer. It is connected with the secured website or green address bar that comes with an extended validation. The extended validation, that is SSL secured website. So, secured website also begin with a HTTPS rather than HTTP. So, what do you mean by HTTPS? That is the Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure rather than HTTP, that is the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So, this is about the Secure Socket Layer. It is a technique or the security protocol which is used or give or provide a security between the website, that is the web server, and the browser. That means a server and a client. So, that is the operation done by the use of secure socket layer. And the next solution, that is SET. So, what is the meaning of, or what is the full form of SET? That is the secure electronic transmission. So, it is a payment card. SET encrypts the payment card which is used like the smart card or debit card or the credit card, and the data, the transactions involved in the transaction or the communication, that data are encrypted and verified that both parties in the transactions are genuine. The genuinity of the transaction is to be verified by the security electronic transactions. So, this a message is encrypted with the security electronic transactions originally developed by the MasterCard and Visa cards in collaboration with the leading technology providers, has a large corporate backing and is perceived to be more secure as a result of its validation from card companies. The security which is given by the MasterCard or the Visa card authorities, and they give protection or they give the solution for the security of the users by giving an application, that is the secure electronic transactions. So, they verifies both the parties of the users about the data which are encrypted in the transaction. And the sixth solution, that is the digital signatures. It verifies the authenticity and the integrity of the transaction. So, the digital signatures are applied for the verification, that is the authenticity and the integrity which are involved in the communication. So, the digital signatures are used not only to verify the authenticity of the message, and it claims the identity of the sender, but also to verify the message's integrity also. So, a message is encrypted with the sender's private key to generate the signature, and the message is then sent to the destination along with the signature, that is the digital signature. So, here the authenticity and integrity of the transaction and the identity of the sender is also verified by the digital signatures. So, the recipient decrypt the signature using the sender's public key, and if result matches with the copy of the message received, the recipient can ensure that the message was sent by the claimed originator and the message has sent not been modified during the transmission, since only the originator is in possession of the corresponding encryption data. So, this is the facility to be provided by the digital signatures. So, the originator is only claiming the authenticity and the integrity of the transaction. So, the digital signature performs a similar function as like the written signature. So, the recipient of the data, such as the email message, can also verify the signed data, and that data was not modified after being signed. After you put your digital signature on the transaction, it cannot be changed by the originator or any other person, or that means any third person. So, the recipient of data such as the email message can also be verified the signed data, and the data was not modified. That is an important advantage of using this digital signature. So, in order to digitally sign a document, what is the process done by the users? So, a user combines his private key and the document and performs a computation on the composite in order to generate a unique number called the digital signature. That is the process done by the user for implementing the digital signature. So, first of all, the user combines a private key to the document which is signed and performs a computation on the composite in order to generate, for the generation, a unique number called the digital signature is applied. So, this digital signature acts as a security for the electronic commerce, that is the e-commerce. The digital signature provides a way to associate the message with the sender and its equivalent of an ordinary signature. So, it provides an associate with the message which is sent through the email with the sender and its equivalent to the other parties which are the recipient also. So, this is about the digital signature. So, this is a private key used by the user to provide a digital signature. When it is implemented in your e-commerce transaction, it cannot be modified by any third party. That is the privilege which are received by using this digital signature. And the seventh solution which is to be studied, that is the digital certificates. Nowadays, while we are attending different types of webinars or any other online courses, we will get only the digital certificates, that is the e-certificates. So, we must go through these authenticity and the integrity of the digital certificates. So, what is the role played by the digital certificate? That is the internet based cryptography. That is the role played by the digital certificates. So, the digital certificate is an electronic file. So, digital certificate, all digital certificates are the electronic files that uniquely identifies the individuals and the websites on the internet and enables the security and the confidentiality in their communications. So, the websites on the internet enables to secure and confidential the communications. The security of the transactions can be further strengthened and it will give a strong effect by the use of these digital certificates. The certification authorities issues the digital certificates to users who wish to engage in secure communication. So, who are the issuer? That is the certification authorities. They will issue the digital certificates to users who wish to engage this secure communication. So, once a sender has provided the proof of his identity or its identifier, the certification authorities creates a message containing a sender's name and his public key. So, here by the digital certificate authorities using the public key which is created for the security of the users. So, while using this digital certificate, we must create a message and containing the sender's name and the public key which is created. So, this message, that is the communicated message, is known as the certificate which is digitally signed by the certification authority. The signature which is embossed by the certification authority. To get the maximum benefit, to the users, the public key of the certifying authority should be known to as many people as possible. So, this public key of the certificate authority or the certification authorities can be accepted as a trusted third party way of establishing authenticity or the integrity for conducting an e-commerce transaction. So, the public key of the certified authority which is accepted by the third parties, that is the trusted third parties, to accept or conducting the authenticity of the e-commerce transaction. So, what is the meaning of a digital certificate? It already plays a fundamental role in the internet based cryptography systems. For example, we can say, consider the case of a secure web transaction that takes place when a user visits a web storefront to make a credit card purchase. That is an important example. So, the consideration at the time of making a web transaction by the user, or while the user visits a web storefront, at that time we can use these digital certificates. When the user's browser access a secure page by using the public key which are created from the web store, has already been delivered to the client browser also, which is in the form of a public key like X.509 or any other public key as the digital certificate. All this happens transparently. These are transparent phase to the browser user at the time of the secure connection, that is which is set up by the certification authorities. The browser trusts the certificate. What is the reason? Because it is digitally signed and the signature which is verified by the certification authorities. So, that is the way or the reason to trust the browser. So, the browsers trust the certificate because it is signed, and the browser trusts the signature. What is the reason? Because the signature can be verified. And why it can be verified? Because the signer's public key is already embedded in the browser software itself. So, the verification is done through the public key which is created for the verification or the identification. To see this in the particular case of Netscape Communicator, begin by clicking on the security icon. We just click the security icon on the main toolbar. So, only the operation which is done by the user to click on the security button. So, we will get, or the signature is verified by the browser, and the identification which is done by using the public key which is embedded in the browser, that means the browser software. So, the digital certificate consists of the following fields to identify the owner of the certificates as well as the trusted certification authorities. So, the digital certificate consists of the identity. They have two identities, the owner's identity and the certificate authorities identity. So, that issues the digital certificates which are issued by the certification authorities. So, what are the digital certificates issuings? That is the factors to be verified, that is the version, serial number, signature algorithm IDs, issuer's name, validity period, the username or the subject name, subject public key informations, issuer unique identifier, subject unique identifier, the extensions, digital signature for the above fields. These are to be verified. So, thus the digital certificates are electronic files that are used uniquely to identify the peoples engaged in the digital certificates issues and the resource over the internet. So, the digital certificates also enable secure confidential communications between the two parties. So, the two parties who are involved in the transaction, that is the two browsers which are engaged in the transaction, is to be verified by the certificate authorization parties. So, they are the issuers. So, this is about the digital certificates. So, the last solution, that is against the threats which are faced by the users at the time of online payment system, that is the biometrics. It is a Greek word which is derived from the bio plus metrics. What is the meaning of bio? That is the life. Metrics means that is the measure. So, life measurement scheme is the meaning of the Greek word biometrics. So, the online credit card fraud is increasingly due to identity theft. So, the solution to online fraud and identity theft include the authentication and the verification. These are the two securities which are provided by using the biometrics. Both, that is the authentication and the verification of which are addressed with the biometrics. This solution also brings consumers high level of convenience. What is the reason? Not having a remembering of the pins, passwords, cards or the codes. It is not remembered by the users. That is an important advantage which is received at the time of using the biometrics. So, biometrics is the science and technology of measuring and analyzing the biological data. What are the data which are included in the communication? That is the biological data which are measured and analyzed by using this biometrics technology. So, the biometrics is automated methods of recognizing a person based on a physiological or behavioral characters, our eyes, mouth, teeth, action, lips, etc. So, biological metrics is automated methods which are recognizing a person's based on a physiological or behavioral characteristics. So, the term is derived from the Greek word bios for life and the metron for the measure. So, biometrics refers to the automatic identification or the identity verification of living persons. We are the human beings, living persons, using their enduring physical or behavioral characteristics. These are to be verified or identical marks. So, many body parts in our body, that is the personal characteristics and imaging methods have been used for biometric systems such as the fingers, hands, feet, faces, ears or eyes, teeth, veins, voices, signatures, typing styles, gaits and orders. To verify the individuality or the individual identity of all human beings, the biometric devices scan certain characteristics and compare them with a stored entry in a computer database. That is the process done by the biometric devices. That is, they verify or compare the biometrics machines which are stored in the computer device and the characters which are included in your body or the characters or the habits. The information technology, in information technology, biometrics refers to the technologies for measuring and analyzing human physical and behavioral characteristics for authentication purposes. So, for the authentication purpose, we use the human physical parts or the biometrical or the behavioral characteristics like writing, smiling or walking nature and the physical parts face, lips, ears, eyes, etc. It is to be verified. For example, of mostly physical characteristics include the fingerprints, eye retinas, irises, facial patterns and hand measurements, while examples of mostly behavioral characteristics include the signatures, gait, typing patterns, writing patterns, etc. These are the human physical factors and the behavioral characteristics to be identified by the biometrical machines using the biometrical technology or science which are applied in the biometric measures. So, voice is considered a mix of both the physical and behavioral character, because voice is coming from our body, but it includes a behavioral character also. So, it is a combination of physical and the behavioral character, that is a voice. So, voice is considered a mix of both the physical and behavioral character, but all biometric traits share physical and behavioral aspects. So, when comparing with the biometrics measures or the biometrics technology, we must give the physical or the behavioral character, and it will give a password. This type of system is much more difficult to fake since it is unique to that particular person. So, other common methods of a biometric scan are a person's face, hand, iris and the retina. So, these are the basic parts which are used for the identification or authentication by using the biometrics. So, there are several types of biometrics identification scheme. We will go through these identification schemes. First one, that is our face. The analysis of facial characteristics. In the face we have eyes, nose, lips, like that, cheeks. So, these parts in our face, it is to be analyzed by the biometrical machines. Next one, fingerprints. In the fingerprints, there are many types of drawings which are included in your fingerprint. The fingerprint of one person to another person is very much different. The analysis of an individual's unique fingerprints is another scheme. Next one, hand geometry, that is the written type or the pattern. The analysis of the shape of the hand, length of the fingers is also used by the biometrics techniques for the authentication or the identification scheme. So, the third one, that is the hand geometry, the fingers and the shape of the hand. It is also different from one person to another. Next one, the retina, that is the analysis of the capillary vessels located at the back of the eyes, that is the retina. It is used as an identification scheme. Next one, the iris. The iris is used as an analysis of the colored ring that surrounds the eyes pupil, that is the iris. So, the colors which are included in the surroundings of our eye, that is eyes pupil, is to be verified at the time of the using the biometrics machines. Next one, the signature, the analysis of the way of person signs related to his name. All the signature of all persons is related to their name, and their skill or talent is involved in using your signature. So, that signature is to be verified as an identification scheme. Next one, the vein, the analysis of pattern of veins in the back of the hand and the wrist. The veins which are seen in your hand or in your wrist is also to be used for the identification scheme. And the voice, the analysis of the tone, pitch, cadence and the frequency of the person's voice is to be identified for the identification scheme by the biometrics machines. So these are the several biometric schemes for their identification and authentication purpose: face, fingerprint, hand geometry, retina, iris, signature, vein and the voice. Then what are the functions which are used by the biometric systems? There are two functions, that is positive ID and the negative ID. So the positive ID and the negative IDs are the functions used for the biometric systems. So one useful way of thinking about the biometrics, that they are used for one of two purposes, that is to prove that you are who you say you are, that is the positive ID. And the second one, that is the negative ID, to prove that you are not you say you are not. So one, that is you are, that is you are not. These are the two IDs, that is the positive ID and the negative ID. If it is a positive ID, that is who say you are. In the case if it is a negative ID, you say you are not. These are the functions which are made by using these biometric systems. So in the case of a positive ID situation, the subject states that he is a particular person and submit a live sample, that is your finger or face or iris or retina, etc., any body part to the system, that is the positive ID situation. The system then checks its database of previously enrolled or embedded or registered sample in the device to see if the live sample matches with the reference sample, that is the procedure. So a positive ID system is designed to prevent more than one person from using a single identity. That is the function done by the biometric system. So if it is a positive ID, the measurement or the verification parts is matched. So it will give an answer, you are, the person you are, say you are. Okay. The next one, that is the negative ID. When biometrics are used to effect negative identification, one need not be enrolled. The only persons who must be in the database are those whom the operator is trying to keep out or catch. We does not give a catch to the biometrics technology or the machine. The biometrics alone cannot establish a true identity. A biometric system cannot prevent someone from furnishing a fake credentials when they first enter the system. So in the registered or the identification marks which are to be stored in the biometrics machine, they can only prevent them from using another identity once enrolled. That is the procedure by using the negative ID. So the negative ID gives an authorization, that is you are not that particular person. That is the identification things or the functions made by using the biometric system. So in this class, I wind up today's session after discussing all the solutions which are to be taken to prevent the online payment threats. 4 points, that is the 4 solutions. In the previous class, we already discussed antivirus programs, firewalls and the encryption. But in today's class, we discuss about SSL, that is secure socket layer, secure electronic transaction, digital signature, digital certificates and biometrics. So from this topic, you can expect a 10-mark essay question. So all students must go through this topic and study well. If you have any doubts, please ask at the time of your introduction. Okay, thank you.